Fabule is like a career name. It was a name I used while I was in school. I felt attached to it, and that's why I pleaded with my husband to keep that maiden name, which he agreed. So thank you for that.
Hello everybody, welcome back again to Thrive with the Bomides, and our channel is all about providing information to help people grow, thrive and achieve healthy balance. If you've come across our video and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below, turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we drop new videos. Also like, comment and share our videos with your loved ones. We're looking forward to hearing your thoughts on our videos. Now, what's today all about?
Yes, so are you out there? Have you thought of changing your name because of marriage, identity, or just generally for a fresh start? Well, we did mine. So I'm gonna share with you the steps of doing everything, how smooth it was, because I know some people usually dread what to do or how stressful it's gonna be, so they just leave it even though they would like to change it. I know some people don't want to, but if you like to, just come along with us. I'm gonna share how I changed my name successfully from the start to finish.
Fantastic. That sounds like a fantastic topic to dive straight into.
Yeah.
Now, why did you change your name?
Firstly, for my own reason, is because of marriage. Obviously, I'm married. So we decided, I think we had a discussion before we got married, how the change of name was going to be. And then I was just like, I was keen on it. And at the point when I changed my name, it was when I needed to renew my passport. So it felt like a good time to change my name, really. And so that was how we started the whole process.
That sounds cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, following up on that question, do you want to tell our audience how you managed to go about the process of changing your name?
Well, to start with, it was not a long process. I thought it was going to be stressful, more stressful than what it was actually. So to start with, in Nigeria, because I'm from Nigeria, we are from Nigeria. So firstly, we started by swearing affidavit in the court to tell the court that I'm changing my name, basically. So I provided some documents like our marriage certificate and my birth certificate, sorry. So we provided the court that, and we saw an affidavit with that. And then I got the court approval. So I think it differs from like country to country. Yeah. So I was told to like publicize my change of name. So basically, you need to tell the whole world that you've changed your name. And the way to do it is like publishing that in a newspaper. So I did mine in a Tribune newspaper to say, my name was blah, blah, blah. I'm changing it today. So previously, I was bearing Olanike Josephine Fabule, and I changed it to Olanike Josephine Fabule Bomide, which is my husband's name. So adding to that. So after that, the next thing was getting things sorted out in the UK. So that was like Nigerian process. So to move to the UK, I had to update my national, update my name in my NIN, so national identity number. And
that's with the National Identity Management Commission. That's in Nigeria.
That's right. So I had to update with them. So that took fairly like few weeks. It wasn't like a big process. I just did biometrics, and I told them like, this is the reason. You just need to present them with the marriage certificates, basically. So after doing that, it was time for me to renew my passport. So I just took the updated NIN to the Nigerian embassy. So I applied online basically, but I needed to do the biometrics in the embassy.
And that's when you renew your passport. So you basically updated your passport here in the UK with your new NIN number that you got from the NIMC, which is the National Identity Management Commission, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So I just used that updated details on NIN to do my passport renewal, basically. So after that, it took probably 2 months. It was at the time when it wasn't like fast track like now. So I think it took like 2-3 months each to get that sorted out. Then after that, my passport came out. It was good and dandy. Well, it was a good experience. So then I needed to change in the UK. I had to change. Firstly, it was with my bank. Then I applied for a new driving license to reflect that. Then also update it on my BRP. So that's a biometric
residence permit.
Yeah,
right, so, in the UK.
Yeah, that's right. So I changed it with 3 of those important documents, and with the bank, very important. So with those documents, I changed that. Then afterwards, I think as time goes on, I just remember things I needed to change it on, and it was just going smoothly like that. And that was it, basically.
Okay, that sounds
to summarize.
Cool. Wow, that's really great. For the sake of our audience, I'm just going to sort of recap the list of documents you mentioned. Now, for sake of emphasis as well, we are Nigerians and we're talking about the process we did right in Nigeria. So it might be different from country to country. If you're from Nigeria, you probably benefit more from this video in terms of the process you need to follow to change your name. Like my wife had rightly mentioned, the first thing she did was to sort of go swear an affidavit in a Nigerian High Court or Nigerian court to say she wants to change her name. So she wrote a letter alongside providing a birth certificate and marriage certificate as well. So she got a court sworn affidavit alongside also publicizing that in a national newspaper, which is Tribune. After you've done that, you then sort of went further to update your NIN, which is your national identity number, with the NIMC in Nigeria to reflect, you know, they gave you a new name basically. And then when your passport was due for renewal, you then presented your NIN number to renew your passport, basically. And after you've got your new passport, your Nigerian passport, you basically then use that to update your documents right here in the UK. It was quite straightforward. I remembered also you updated your employers, isn't it?
Yes, I had to. Yeah, I had to. So because they needed to change it in some of my documents, you know, and also with my union, so many places. It's just that the important ones are the ones I mentioned. Others are things I changed along the way when I was remembering, like, oh, I have this name, I needed to change it. So it wasn't like I had to change everything in a day. Really.
That's great. Now, in terms of the experience, did you find it thrilling? And also, would you say that there was any form of attachment, say emotional attachment, attached to you changing your name?
Well, because my name basically did not fully change, because as I've said earlier, I just added my married name to my maiden name. So it still feels a bit more like me. And then because Fabule is like a career name, it was a name I used while I was in school, I felt attached to it, and that's why I pleaded with my husband to keep that maiden name, which he agreed to. Thank you for that. President General among the nation, we salute you. President General among the nation. So I wouldn't say I feel down about it. I would say like I'm happy that I have something to identify myself with you, basically, and with the children, because obviously they bear Bomide, and then it would be awkward if people are asking me what's my name and they're asking their name also. Sometimes it's awkward. But now saying that name, I feel more included in the family, which is a good thing, and I still feel grateful that I get to keep my middle name.
That's great. And just to add to what you've mentioned, I think the first process would always be to speak with your spouse or your partner.
Very important.
In terms of if you want to keep your last name or you want to change your name completely. Like my wife did mention, we talked about this before we got married.
Yeah, way before.
Actually, whilst we were dating, it was part of what we discussed about to say. So she asked me, would I want her to keep her last name? I said, well, if you like it, it's your choice. I was even open to if she wanted to keep it without picking up my last name.
It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the fault of love. Original love. Hot love.
But then she said she wanted to pick my last name alongside her own maiden name, which is her dad's name. And basically, what that did to us was a sense of identity and a sense of unionism as well. In terms of we both recognized that name was important to her. For me, I'd always had my last name, but for her, she needed to also add my last name to her own name. I think the only challenge that I did, and I'm also going to ask you that, is the fact that her last name is long.
Yes, so it's long now. My full name is very long.
It's quite long, isn't it?
So that would be like one of the not challenges, obstacle, I don't know, something like that. Because now I did try to reduce my name. So while I was renewing my passport, example, I did ask for them to remove my middle name, so I won't have it too long of a name. But they did say they can't do that, that they can only add to my name based on marriage reason. If I needed to remove my middle name, I would have to like apply for that, and it could take years.
Yeah, the process was quite long. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, well, no, I'm not doing that. I'll just keep it. So that's the only thing now. When I need to like spell my name out to someone on the phone, it's really awkward because it's a very long name.
Yeah, specifically the last name, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
Then
last
I'll
name.
have to explain to them, oh, it's double-barreled name, it's a compound name, something like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like it,
Yeah.
you know, especially that I've included Fabule, and they're like, okay, all right. So yeah, it's not so bad.
Oh, cool. So if you're enjoying our video, please don't forget to subscribe. Also, please like and share our videos. We want to hear your thoughts as well. And we would actually appreciate if you share your views with us via the comment section. Tell us about if you change your name, how you manage to go about it, specifically if you're from not within Nigeria or you're not a Nigerian national, or you're from a different country. How did you manage to go about that process in your country? We would like to hear it, and I believe that our audience will also be open to hearing that as well. We'll also be open to hearing your views about what made you change your name and why you changed your name, and if you liked it, and you know, moving forward, if you think that's a good decision to take.
And generally as a woman, because when you get married, you literally change everything about you. So I do understand nowadays people are not so hell-bent on like changing their name once they get married, because it's a lot of process, especially with documents and all of that. But as a woman, keeping that name, sometimes people just keep it for a longer time. It's like you've been bearing this all your life and you're meant to change it like that. So it's a very big decision to make, and a big kind of decision to like talk about before you actually get married or get to that point. So it would be nice to see what people, especially women and men, their own perspective on their spouse changing their name once they get married. And women also, like, what do you think? Like, do you have to change your name when you get married? You know, and how do you feel if you're, because I've met some women that say, oh, once I'm getting married, I'm changing like ASAP. Especially some women, they're like, oh, I like my husband's surname. It sounds better, like all those posh name and all of that. So what are your thoughts about that? I would love to hear it in the comment section. Indeed.
And also, just to buttress on that, men also have a say in terms of the change of name of their wives or of their partners. Because I've heard from a few of my friends to say, well, I wasn't cool with the fact that my wife had to keep her last name. You know, some guys feel, oh no, she has to take my full name because she's married to me. So, but all of these are different opinions and perspectives. And so if you have that view as well, please drop it in the comment section. To wrap up this video on my wife's experience in regards to a change of name, I'm going to throw this to her. When you change your name, after a while, say after a few weeks or months of changing your name, do you think you made the right decision?
Absolutely, because it's something I've wanted to do all over years.
So do you enjoy my last name in addition to your maiden name? Well, be honest here.
Well, I quite like it, to be honest, because the English interpretation of the name is quite posh.
Yeah, okay.
But then I keep telling them, well, that's not how you pronounce it.
Well, I think people pronounce it Bomides.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's not Bomides, but it spells like that.
It's cool.
Yeah, well, it's posh, but that's not actually the pronunciation. No,
that's not the pronunciation.
It's just the same spelling.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to someone on the phone and they're like, oh, I got the Bomides part, I didn't get the Fabule part. I said, okay, now I have to spell the Fabule part out for you. But it's quite nice. And at work, people are like, oh, we saw that your name changed. What happened? I said, well, I'm married. So I just said, oh, did you just get married? No, I just decided to change my name. And they can say, oh, congratulations, you look good, blah, blah, blah. Well, I like it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And yeah, that comes to the end of our video. Once again, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and also let us hear your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe and also turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we drop new videos.
Absolutely. Until we see you next time, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.